everybody, and welcome back onto the platform. It's the show where we do stories with no thought whatsoever. My name, as always, is Kevin.
My name, as always, is Ryan.
We've done this before. We can't lie to the good people listening at home again, Kevin.
You're right. Under threat of perjury, I must concede I am not Ryan. I am, in fact, Kevin.
And I, under threat of perjury, must concede that I am not, in fact, Kevin, but rather a different person.
His name is Ryan.
Yeah. Under threat of perjury.
Under threat of perjury.
I must
Your
confess.
Honor.
Your Honor.
But who is Your Honor? That's you, the viewers.
You are Your Honor.
The listeners.
We honor you.
We honor you every day.
We honor you through our... How do we honor you? You may be wondering. Through our actions.
Through our actions.
Through our words.
Through our words.
Through our thoughts.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about you every day. Number one thing I'm thinking about is how you, your honorable people at home, can send in your suggestions via
email. Yeah, theplatform.pod.show@gmail.com. You can message us on
Twitter.
On Twitter. Yeah, well, we don't have a Twitter account.
Well, then...
for good reason.
For good reason.
Have you seen it lately? Jesus.
Bro, maybe that's what we need.
We need a Twitter account? That's what we've been missing all along?
That's what we've been missing. Get that blue check mark.
Get the blue check mark on the platform.
Get the blue check mark on the platform.
Suddenly we'll make it big.
Suddenly we'll make it big.
We'll be making $30.
The neo-Nazis will love us.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely who we've been catering to this whole time.
I think...
Go on.
I think we're a broad appeal.
Is that what we want?
What?
Is that the message we want to be putting out in this time of election? Register to vote, everybody.
Register to vote,
This
please.
one's a big one. Jesus Christ, register to vote if you have...
They're always kind of big ones.
They're always... It's always important, but like... This one's kind of important.
This one's kind of important.
So please register to vote if you haven't already. It's like surprisingly difficult. It's like not super easy, so like don't wait and like do it now, please. Thank you.
It's really important to vote in the Canadian election.
The British Columbia provincial election.
Yeah, it's important.
Please.
Register to vote.
Register to vote if you haven't already. Thank you.
And I guess the American one too, but like who cares about them?
Yeah, that doesn't seem important, I think.
I mean, like, who cares?
I care.
I care about you.
I care about you. And I care about the people listening at home who are probably...
You know who I don't care about?
What?
Neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
I don't care about them. That
Bold
was a
stance.
joke.
Bold stance.
Okay, fuck off. Why'd you get your little suggestion from your teal little app?
I'm going to get my little suggestion from my teal little app. We have a genre. The genre is rom-com.
Romantic comedy.
Romantic comedy.
For those of you unfamiliar, it's the combination of the romance genre and the comedic Look, I'm not the one that needs to leave it for. Like, you know me, I can stretch this.
It's the system of comedy where everybody is sort of gathered around one central point, and you're never sure if somebody is looking at you or not. So you always are incentivized to be funny. It's the comedicon.
The comedicon.
The comedicon.
No, like the panopticon.
Yeah.
More like the fucking. Fuck my fucking life. All right, let's start
the show. The name of this romantic comedy is going to be Squeeze
Me
Until
I
Pop. I don't like that.
Oh,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't like this one.
Squeeze me until I pop.
I already don't like this one.
Yeah, baby.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
You did this to me.
Yeah, I did. Here we go.
It's raining. We're in where are we? It's raining on the coast.
Nice.
Or on
the West Coast?
Yeah.
Or the East Coast?
The West Coast.
Cool.
Best Coast.
West Coast, Best Coast, sure.
Yeah. It's raining on the coast, and we're inside of like a little cabin.
Nice.
It's like the mid-afternoon.
Okay.
We see a young lady, and she's looking out her window. She has a mug.
Is she clasping it with both hands?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Steam is slowly billowing upwards.
She's wearing a blanket in a way that makes it look like she's not warm. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
like her arms are still out and her legs and feet aren't covered, but her
essentially
shoulders.
a cape.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder why she did that.
Her hair is long, goes down. She's hot.
Okay, cool.
She's smoking.
Wow. She's smoking?
No.
Good. Smoking kills.
But steam rises up from her cup of maca.
Of what?
Maca.
What is that?
You know, this is a green liquid.
Matcha.
Yeah, maca.
No. Maca is nothing.
What?
Matcha.
Matcha?
Matcha, there's a T in there. Matcha latte.
Matcha latte about nothing.
Like much ado about nothing?
She reminisces about her time and much to do about nothing as she drinks her maca latte.
It's not, she drinks it, sipping daintily, looking out the window. How did she get to this point? How did she end up here on the West Coast? In the rain, all alone.
Well, she's not in the rain. She's looking out her cabin.
She's not in the rain, but it's raining. How'd she end up here?
Meow.
There's a cat.
The cat jumps up.
And she says, "Oh, Mr. Scumbus." That's the name of the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Scumbus. Kevin is the cat. Jesus Christ. If you keep purring, I swear to fuck.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to kill you.
What are you going to do, big boy?
I'm going to kill you.
You can't do
Don't
this.
Don't call me big boy.
You can't do this alone.
I will.
You can't replace me. You can't scab me.
Oh, Mr.
I have rights.
Mr. Scumbus. I swear to fuck. I'm bringing the microphone over here. Oh, Mr. Scumbus.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the life I used to lead on Wall Street, sometimes I feel it beckoning to me.
Meow.
You're right, Mr. Scumbus. I left that life behind. I used to be a terrible person. She thinks back to her time 5.5 years ago when she was on Wall Street. And she's in an office building. Paper is everywhere. She's got high-powered glasses. She's wearing a pencil skirt. Everyone respects her. Fears her, even.
Admirers?
Admires her, certainly. Wants her, perhaps. She's walking throughout Wall Street.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Wall Street. She's walking
Are you sure you don't? Because there's been at least 3 of our shows that
we
are about
talk about it a
Wall Street.
lot. She walks through the building that she's in, and she's like barking orders and telling people to buy, sell, short, stocks.
She passes by a room, and inside the room, she can overhear, gotta sell. And she thinks to herself, oh, yeah, it's Mr. Big.
Mr. Big?
Don't you remember it?
Was that?
That was one of our guys.
No, this is a callback?
That's a callback, yeah.
Mr. Big definitely sounds like one of our guys. And she goes, okay, I better leave Mr. Big alone.
Sell by. The fucking wizards will get me.
And she keeps walking, and a lowly intern walks up to her, like sort of carrying her maca latte.
Hi, I got your matcha latte for you.
That's not what it's called, she says. She takes it from him. She takes a sip. She spits it all over his face.
Oh!
This is bullshit and disgusting. You know that I like my maca latte with extra maca.
But when I said extra...
You're fired.
No.
Everybody, like the business in the office grinds to a halt for half a second. Everybody looks, and then goes back exactly to what they're doing.
No,
Everybody knows this is what she's like. She's always been this way.
You can't fire me. You can't.
I know what you're thinking. Around Christmas time, you bet your bottom dollar I can.
Please.
I want your things out of here.
I need to stay to see the platform cinematic universe develop.
It'll never develop. We're cutting it off at the knees. I want your things out of here by the end of the day. No Christmas bonus for you.
Fine, I'm gonna throw myself in the ocean. He runs off.
I guess one of us just couldn't hack it on Wall Street. She thinks back. She's in the cabin again, rain against the window pane. She goes, I knew so little back then. I didn't know what love was. But then I remember. I remember who showed it to me.
Knock, knock, knock. This isn't a flashback, it's in the real.
Could it be the man who showed me love? Could it be the man who I know I'm meant to be with? The man who laughed with me, who cried with me, and who eventually went our separate ways with me because we just couldn't make it work in this crazy world of Wall Street. And then I left it all behind in an attempt to perhaps reconnect with him and nature because that's what he loved most. I'll have to see when I open the door. It's the mailman.
Hey.
Oh, hello, mailman.
Here's your mail.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's a little wet. It's raining.
I don't suppose you want to come inside for a while.
No.
Okay. Okay, bye.
The mailman turns around and he says, Is there a guy drowning over there?
What? She looks over to the cold, rushing ocean of the West Coast. There's like a guy in the far distance, like, help! Help! Oh my god! Help!
Oh my god, the mailman says.
He turns back. She's gone. She's running. She goes, I know who that is. I'd recognize those screams anywhere. It's my man. It's my man from all those years ago. She jumps into the fucking ocean. As she's falling through the sky, plummeting off the cliff face towards the icy water below.
Fuck.
She dove off like a 20-foot cliff.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, she's falling, and as she does, she remembers falling the last time she fell.
Whoa.
The first time she fell in love.
She's caught by a hunk of a man.
And she goes, oh, excuse me. She's back in Wall Street.
Excuse yourself, miss.
I have places to be, don't you know?
Well, here, let me help you
We're
back
about
up
to
on
buy
your
it.
feet.
Oh, thank you. It's a meet cute. She had just slipped on a big fucking pile of paper that all has one word printed on it. It
Sell.
says sell. She says, sorry, I slipped on the sell.
Gold, sacks and gold, eh?
Yes, that's the firm. That's our stock firm, Sachs and Gold Enterprises. I'm Patricia Sachs.
Well, I'm,
It's okay, I have this effect on people. She pushes her horn-rimmed glasses up her nose and looks expectantly at him.
You're an interesting woman.
You're an interesting man.
I don't know much about you, but there's something compelling.
There's something compelling about you. Maybe the fact that you're in my way, and I have places to be.
Well, maybe you should slow down.
He gingerly places a hand on her shoulder. She puts out her hand. Patricia Sachs. Sachs and Gold Limited.
Scumbag corruption. I'm a regulator.
She...
It's alright, I have that effect on people.
Oh. Her own words thrown back at her. She's never experienced a feeling like this before. She pulls her hand away from their soft yet firm handshake. She has his business card in her hand. Wow. It's plated in platinum.
My platinum Amex.
Wow. This is your credit card? You just gave it to me?
I have tons.
Wow. She, a little flustered, puts her hair behind her ear and tries to save face. She says, well, I'll have you know that I don't have time for men, or should I say boys, like you. I've seen your type before. You breeze through here, regulating stocks, and then just like a bird in the wind, you're gone the next day. Well, I know better than to get attached to you.
Well, you know what they say.
What do they say? She's getting closer to him. Their noses are almost touching.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the... And then he starts vomiting.
Whoa, vomiting
ocean water.
Whoa. She wails. They're on the beach. It's okay. It's okay, scumbag. I'm here. In
She
between gasps,
She recognizes the man, but it's not who she thinks it is.
he says, "Wait a minute, you're not scumbag. Who are you?
You don't remember me?
You have a chin-strap beard just like he did, and you scream like he did. I remember the nights of passion. But who are you?"
I'm Sam. I'm your intern.
She thinks back. Sam, matcha latte.
I got you your maca latte.
Lukewarm maca latte.
Remember I said I was gonna throw myself into the ocean?
Holy shit. Have you been traveling this whole time? It's been years, Sam.
I threw myself into the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know how I ended up here.
You drifted over here?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Sam. She puts her hand on his forehead. He's burning up with a fever.
Oh god.
You poor thing. I regret the way I spoke to you all those years ago, Sam. Come, let me get you back to the cabin. She picks him up, wedding style. What's that called? I don't know. Bridal.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. She picks him up bridal style. Come, let me carry you back to the cabin. You're so sick. You're barely hanging on. She puts him in her arms, his cold, wet body pressing against hers, and the two of them start up the wooden steps back towards the cottage. She remembers being held in a similar way to this before. She's in her apartment in New York City.
Yeah. I like it when women carry me bridal style.
I hit the gym a lot because it's the only way I can blow off all the Wall Street steam, she says, carrying Scumbag towards the elevator. Careful of your head.
Thanks. I have to say. Yeah, sorry, what's your name again?
Patricia Bags.
Yeah, Patricia Bags.
No, Patricia Sachs.
I have to say,
Patricia Bags was my mother's maiden name. Go on.
That I'm in risk of maybe committing a bit of money laundering in my heart.
You're laundering the money of my heart?
Yeah.
This metaphor
I'm
has
taking,
legs.
I'm taking
I can feel it.
Listen. He caresses her face. Listen, I'm taking your love.
Yes.
And I'm subversively putting my love inside of your love and giving it back to you.
Wow.
So that it can flow into the economy without anyone knowing that I stole it.
You certainly have stolen my heart. Scumbag. What's his last name?
Corruption.
Mr. Corruption. The elevator, ding, arrives on the 70th floor. The two of them furiously make out. She pushes him against the door. They open it. Cut back to her pushing the door open to her cabin. Sam in her arms. It's okay.
I'm going to die.
It's okay. Not on my watch, Sam. If you die, it'll be on me. It'll be my fault.
Oh yeah.
She puts him on the bed. She covers him in blankets. She makes him soup, and she begins to care for Sam over a period of long months, just like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Like season 1?
Season 1.
Oh yeah.
The best season.
What? Are you serious?
No.
Okay. We're about to get blowback from our 3 fans.
Yeah. Over the period of months, she cares for him and slowly nurses him back to health. And it blends back and forth between her quiet time spending hours, days alone with Sam in the privacy of her bedroom versus the fast life she was leading with scumbag corruption. Champagne, women, men, parties, gold, bullion, flying down the California streets. Nope, Los Angeles. Nope, New York.
New York.
The New York.
Come on, buddy.
I'm trying. The New York boulevards late at night. Drinks in hand, feeling like they were on top of the world, living fast.
Suddenly, she hears a whimpering voice from her past and her present. Miss Banks.
Bags.
Miss Bags.
Yes?
No, Sacks.
Sacks, fuck. Yes?
Sacks.
Yes?
Corruption. Mr. Corruption looks at her and says, I'm sorry, kitten.
Ugh. Jesus.
But, they finally caught me.
What? Caught you doing what?
Money laundering.
Oh, for real?
I was taking money illegally procured by mafiosos and gangsters, and I was subversively, just like with your love, putting my own money into it and then sending it back into the economy.
What? But my love, I thought all that talk about money laundering, about stepping on those who oppose you, about ruling Wall Street with an iron fist, about...
Do you remember that time that we were at that Italian restaurant?
I do.
And you asked me if that was Al Capone,
Yeah.
that gave me a hug and put $5 in my pocket.
Yeah.
And I told you no.
Yeah.
That was just a guy who portrayed Al Capone in a film.
Yeah.
That was Al Capone. I
Oh.
lied to you.
A lightning bolt of pain strikes her in the heart. Surely you haven't lied to me about anything else, though, scumbag. Corruption. Have you?
Well, do you remember that time that we got pulled over by the cops?
Yeah?
And I told you to grab the baggie of cocaine that was in my glove compartment?
I do. We both love cocaine.
I know. And do you remember how I leapt out of the moving car in order to avoid the police?
Yeah, you said it's because your tummy hurt.
Well, my tummy did hurt. I knew if the police found me, they'd catch me on tax evasion.
More than just cocaine?
More than just money laundering and cocaine.
More than a paltry fine of several $1,000s, because if a crime is only punishable by a fine, that it's not a crime for rich people?
That's my final confession. Do you remember when I said, wouldn't it be chic if instead of getting ourselves birthday gifts, I got you Hallmark cards and you gave me $6,000?
Yeah?
You said, how ironic.
Yeah?
And smiled in that way you do.
I do smile sometimes.
I went to Toledo, Ohio, and I gambled it all. I gambled it on dog races. And that's not a race where the dog is running. It's a race to see. It's a race to see which dog will piss on a fire hydrant first. The thrills are exhilarating.
That's stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
What?
I can't believe... I can't believe I've been so blind.
What are you talking about? I'm not stupid. What?
Shut the fuck up. She rushes to her laptop. All of her stocks and bonds, she says, I can't believe this. Her bank accounts, they've all been drained. She looks to him. Was this you?
No. You have to believe me.
I don't think I do.
Well, that's probably good because I was lying just...
You motherfucker!
Listen,
I'm gone.
Kitten, listen.
I'm gone. Don't call me
you
kitten.
can trust me.
Don't call me kitten.
You can trust me or my name is Scumbag.
Is your name even scumbag?
My name is actually trustworthy.
Is that a lie?
Yes.
I don't know what to believe. She, walks away from him and stands in the doorway looking back. He's visible over her shoulder.
You're going to make the greatest mistake of your life if you walk through that door.
Was it ever real? Any of it? Or did you just want me for my big Wall Street money number?
No. I wanted you for other reasons. Not just how much money you made, but also your ass.
She smiles to herself. I do have a great ass. And she leaves. Cut back.
That's probably one of the funniest interactions we've had on this fucking thing. Remember how chic it was? If I gave you a Hallmark card and gave you $6,000. Okay.
She's in the cabin again.
She's looking at a Hallmark card.
A single tear rolls down her cheek.
Here's to us, kitten, it reads.
I was so young. I was 28. And now I'm 33.
33.
She hears whispered from the other room. Sam, he's finally awake. He's pulled through the fever after months. She rushes to his side. Sam, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you here?
I'm here. I have your maca latte. He holds out, like...
Where did you get that?
He holds out a cup of water.
Oh, were you grasping that the entire time you were floating in the ocean?
Oh, I was floating in the ocean? What?
Don't you remember you flung yourself into the ocean?
Right.
For me, kind of.
I remember I flung myself in the ocean because of you.
You were in New York, and then you floated all the way around North America.
I did.
And ended up on the West Coast.
Yeah. Are we in Canada?
I think so.
That's good.
British Columbia.
Canadian content.
Yeah. She puts Sam's hand on her face and puts her hand on his face and says, "It's okay. You're here now." They stare into each other's eyes. And Patricia feels something she's felt once before. She feels vulnerable. She doesn't feel in control. She's used to feeling that way. But now she feels out of control. Head over heels. In love with the man who gave up everything for her.
Patricia, Sam says.
Whoa, your voice changed.
It's because I've realized something.
Yes?
I grew so accustomed to drowning in the ocean that I haven't been breathing properly.
Oh.
All that water you've been giving me, I haven't been drinking it. I've been breathing it in.
What?
It's been bad for me, but now I realize, after looking at your face, that all my life I've been breathing water in my lungs. And now I can finally breathe easy.
You can. So can I.
Patricia.
Yes, Sam? Their noses are almost touching. It's just like the first time.
Do you know why I became your intern?
Why? Tell me, Sam.
Because I thought you were really hot.
She smiles. I do have a great ass.
I know that.
You know who else has a great ass, Sam?
That scumbag corruption guy?
No, you.
Wow. And that's really
I saw it as you were gyrating in the ocean, trying not to drown. Your pants had long fallen away, and your gleaming white ass crested through the waves of the Pacific Ocean. And it made me fall for you. Almost as much as I fell for you.
When you jumped off the cliff?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sam.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. She breaks down crying.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No more liquid.
I did this. Oh, sorry.
No more liquid.
She dries her tears. I'm sorry I did this to you, to us. If it hadn't been for me, none of this would have happened.
Well, why don't we try again? And this time, I won't get your order wrong.
And this time, I won't be your boss. And the two of them embrace and smile.
And the cat.
Mr. Scumpus.
Mr. Scumpus.
Mr. Scumpus?
Yeah. Mr. Scumpus curls up next to them. We can hear Mr. Scumpus purr.
And the camera pans out of the three of them, out of the bedroom. Across the table where the single hallmark card stands, forlorn, forgotten, and unimportant on the table.
Here's to you, kitten.
Yay! How steamy. What a romantic story.
Wasn't very funny, was it?
There were funny bits.
I guess so, but like, yeah, I guess so.
It wasn't failure to launch, but you know.
What's failure to launch?
It's a rom-com with Matthew McConaughey.
Is it funny?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's it
about?
Wasn't How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
What's that?
It's a rom-com with Matthew McConaughey.
Is it funny?
Yeah.
What's that about?
It wasn't, I'm sure he's been in more.
Well, speaking of more...
What was the moral of that story?
Smooth. I think the moral of that story is if you meet a guy named Scumbag Corruption,
Yeah.
it's unlikely that he's got your best interests at heart. But
Yeah.
That's not really a mistake you make twice.
Yeah.
I think the more actionable moral here is that love is you can find love even if your first love was disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like you have to hang it all on the love you have, but sometimes something better might be right around the corner.
Exactly. So, break up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. We're taking a stand.
We're taking a stand.
Break up with him. You can do better.
I saw someone, like, out in the world with a shirt that just said break up with him.
That's pretty funny. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We hope you had a good time. We hope you learned a lot. And we hope,
that you stay safe.
Yeah.
We hope that you stay lovely.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you next time.
See you next time, everybody.
I love you.
I love you. I loved you ever since you brought me my mochi latte.
Your maca latte?
My mochi latte. My maga. Nope.
My maga latte.
Nope.